Hello everyone, it is Erin Floto here, and I am here filming my July setup. So a couple years ago, I started doing this thing where most Julys I was doing some sort of Harry Potter theme. So this month I decided to do that again. So I am doing a little bit different of a style this time. I am doing a Diagon Alley theme for my July setup. And for my brick wall to get into Diagon Alley, I decided to take watercolor paint and play around with the textures by using a dauber, but actually using a brush to blot it on. So that way you get a lot more texture in the brick wall. I was going to do other colors, but I decided just to stick to the red. I didn't want to go too like ham, to be honest. So I have the left side down. I waited for it to dry. It dried relatively fast because I did a very small layer. And now I am going to go ahead and move it over into the other side. Basically what I did is I created this little washi tape uh, edge so that the stencil wouldn't move at all. And then I covered some of the bricks with washi tape as well, so that way it got that kind of pieces look that like it was starting to open up into Diagon Alley. So I wanted to keep this theme really, really simple for myself. So one of the things that I did for this particular theme is I only had one page that was very much drawn. And you'll see that at the end. But this stencil was super, super easy to do, so I really enjoyed that. The stencil is available in my shop. So this page, I think all in all, took about 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more. It took no more than 10 minutes for sure. And I used the middle of the space to write July. And then I did this little pattern around the word July that was the main part of my theme that was very simple. And I did it in gold because, of course, I am a Gryffindor. So the red brick with the gold was perfect for me. And here you can see that little pattern that I'm doing. So I'm doing little stars with little circles and lightning bolts. So I have two different types of stars. I have like the four corner stars and then the light shining four lines kind of a star. And then I also have the dots and the lightning bolts. So I thought that that was just a perfect minimalist type of pattern to go around my headers and things like that. And that is something that I have really, really, really loved the past couple months that I've been doing it. So in May, I had a biology theme. Sorry, I totally forgot there. So in May, I had a biology theme, so I used the inner workings of the cell to do patterns around the pages to fill any sort of negative space. And then in June, I am doing that with little circles and little cow prints as well. So that has worked out really, really well. I really, really enjoy that aesthetic. So I'm going to keep it going. So on my left-hand side, I changed this up since I am now in an A5 journal. I decided to do a vertical workout bar. So each day of the week, it's very similar to a sleep tracker where the amount of calories that I burn during my workout, I put into a bar form. And then over on the right-hand side, I have my healthy habits and gratitude log. I've really enjoyed my gratitude log for June, so I wanted to bring it back for July. And then I also have a section for my habit trackers. The individual habit trackers have been working really well for me. Again, This has been going on for the past couple months, and I've really kind of found a groove in bullet journaling again. So I decided to keep a lot of the elements that I've been doing because to me that just makes sense. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I did like change up the styling a little bit of like how I formatted the pages, but overall, I'm keeping the same elements, so I think that should work out perfectly fine. I did mess up because, of course, it wouldn't be one of my setups without messing up somehow. So I decided to use some whiteout and just correct those days of the week. So I have my workout, my water goal, walking the doggos, and then cardio, and I think yoga is the other one. Yeah, yoga is the other one that I'm trying to do. The first four, totally good at. Yoga, not so much. I have been very much not doing well in that area, unfortunately. I do a little bit at night when my legs are feeling restless, but other than that, you know, I, I'm doing what I can do. So over on the left-hand side, I have my master task list. So I am using the checklist stickers from my shop. I noticed that the checklist was a little bit long. So I have 4 different sections. I have a section for work tasks, which is up in the top left. The reason why my master task list is so short there is because a lot of the work that I'm doing is very, like, there's like 5 big giant things that I'm doing right now, and then a lot of other little tasks, but I don't necessarily carry over my little tasks. I usually put those like in my daily sections. So I don't really need that much room to move things over. So I have my work list, I have my business list. Like I said, I am moving my business list into both my business TN and my A5 notebook because I think that will work out well for me. Then I have a projects list. Again, I only have a few projects, and my home list. And I am just continuing the cute little pattern at the top. And then I knew what I needed to do in this notebook, and I have achieved that in my other spreads. So I decided to bring something back that I haven't done in quite a while, and that is a quote page. So the style of the buildings, I actually looked up on Tumblr, and I will link those down below. They are from Wobbly Shika, I think that's how you pronounce it, Wobbly Shika. And I mean, this artist is just the cutest freaking stuff. So I got the general layout of the buildings from that artist, and I will have both of those linked below. So there's the apothecary, and then I decided to do Flourish and Blots as well. It kind of made sense for me because it's like, okay, book, right? So, and then I thought apothecary because I'm an environmental scientist, so I don't know, it kind of worked in my brain. I could have also done like a herbology type of thing, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think that there's a specific herbology shop. So I kind of went with like the scientist, like cauldron brewing type of thing instead of like a herbology. So I have the apothecary on the left and the flourish and blots on the right. And I was going to go in with some colors, but to be honest, I really wanted to keep that very simple color scheme. So just the red and the gold. with obviously black accents for like headers and things like that and writing. So I decided to just stick with this as a line drawing. So I am using my Sakura of America pen set. So this has a lot of different pen weights to it. So I primarily used the 08 around the edges of the buildings, and then in the middle of the buildings where I add some more detail, it's usually 02, 01, and 005 are the ones that I primarily used in there. I think I may have used 1 or 2 05s, but I think primarily I use 02 for the other weights. I really wanted the outside of the buildings and like the main elements to be much thicker than the others. So, with all that being said, I decided to stick with a Diagon Alley quote. And so the quote itself is from Hagrid when he was like showing Harry around Diagon Alley, and it's let me open this page. Here is where you get your quills and your inks, and over there are all your bits and bobs for doing your wizardry. So I really like that idea of a quote. It's just like, oh, here is the world you're in now. And that's kind of, I know it sounds stupid, but like that's how I feel about going into a new notebook is like, here is so many things that you can explore, and here is a place to do it. So that's why I kind of went with that quote. I know it's a little silly. Also, it has quills and inks in the quote. So I was like, okay, well, stationery, quills and inks are my thing. So that's a quote I decided to go with. Anyways, I'm just going to leave you here so you can enjoy the rest of the drawing and quote setup. But thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed this theme. I hope you got a lot of inspiration from the pattern, from the brick, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend or whenever you are watching this video. Maybe you are watching it back way in the future, but I hope you got some inspiration from this video. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.